Hi, I'm Christian Guzman, and I approve of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast.
Right, guys, before we get stuck into the podcast, I'm about to announce the winner for the Board Shorts and Banter giveaway with All In Bodybuilding. So one of you guys that used your code BSB at your checkout have supported the podcast and of course supported All In, you are going to get your order refunded to yourself. So we've got around 25 entries total, which is absolutely nuts. So we're going to be drawing this right now. I'm going to click the start button. Everyone has been entered and now we're going to get stuck into it. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, it's a long countdown. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Brandon Clark, as you can see right there. So Brandon, thank you very much for entering. Everyone else, thank you for entering too. We're now going to be messaging Brandon, hooking you up, refunding your order, and of course we're going to be doing more of these in the future. So thank you for everyone for supporting the podcast, using our code, and next time, hopefully, you will be our lucky winner. But without further ado, let's get stuck into the podcast. Let's go.
Hello, Thomas. How are we?
Hello, Joshua. I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm all the more better for seeing your beautiful face on this stunning Tuesday morning.
Oh, mate, you are a cutie, aren't you? Do you know what? I reckon we should just pack in the podcast. Actually, no. We won't pack in the podcast. We'll rename it, all right? And we'll just call it like Tom and Josh
Flirt.
Date Night.
Date night.
Yeah.
Or lads night with some girls that listen.
Yeah. Absolutely. But, mate, how have you been?
I've been all right.
Mm-hmm.
We've literally not spoke, have we, since we recorded the podcast last week? So
no, it's been busy, mate. How's it been for you?
Busy.
What's been going on?
What's been going on? I sold a piece of gym equipment at the weekend.
Nice.
Right. You ready for this? I know this person's not going to be listening to the podcast because they bought it on Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
I paid £1,000 for a cable machine 5 years ago.
Right. Let me guess. Can I guess?
Yeah, go.
Just under $3,000.
No, you bloody idiot! Crikey! That would be
you're
wild.
You're like a wheelie dealer. That's the kind of like weird thing you would do.
1,600. I sold it for 1,600.
That's still good.
Mate, 5 years of use, all the PT sessions that you could imagine, and made profit.
Have you made profit on all the pieces?
I've made profit on pretty much all the pieces.
That's insane.
Right, anyone out there, if you've got a garage that's empty and you go on Facebook Marketplace and you see like a set of cables going for 250 quid, just bite the bullet and buy them, right? Relist them for $1,000 and they will sell for $1,000 to someone.
Yeah. You've got to be patient, I guess.
Yeah. You got to be happy to sit on it for a while. Yeah, but this guy took it, and then he was like, I've got a primal shoulder press, and he was like, oh, I really like that, but it's not going to fit in my van. I paid, hopefully he never listens to this podcast, I paid £700 for it about 2 years ago, and he said, oh, how much is it? I said, just $2,000. He went, all right, okay. So if he comes back and gets that as well, then we're quids in, kids. Beers are on me.
Gym equipment is one of those weird things, isn't it? It's like
gold.
It literally. I don't understand why. Do you know? Is gym equipment nowadays? Obviously, because you're more in the clue of it in the now. Is it ridiculously expensive in comparison to from manufacturers in comparison to where it was 5 years ago? I'm guessing because of like the virus and material supplies and all that kind of stuff. Like everything just went through the roof, and it's kind of just held.
I think what I noticed, like post-COVID, they do a lot of like you basically pay for it to get it in 6 months' time, whereas pre-COVID it was buy and then you get it in 3 days. So that rather than that, I don't think the companies want to sit on loads of stock. They're just kind of right. Okay, you want it, great. You can have it in 6 months or 3 months.
Yeah.
But then that also brings value to selling things secondhand, because someone, it might be secondhand, but they're going to get it straight away.
Yeah.
There's some money to be made in them if you can get a bargain.
When are we opening up a gym?
One day. I think that's like quite low down on my list.
Yeah, it's such an overhead investment, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and like
Huge.
with how much money it costs to set up a gym, I've like looked into this in detail. With how much money it costs to set up a gym, you straight away from day one you've got like you've got to earn X amount of X amount of money within the first 3 months. Not even like your first year, try and get to breaking even. It's like rent is so expensive, business rate tax thing is so expensive,
Mm-hmm.
electricity, water, all of it, and then bloody hell, fitting it out. You could you
I can
can
imagine
spend as
like
much money as you want
I
fitting
can
out a
imagine
gym.
like yeah. Well, obviously you'd have to have like public liability insurance and that. I bet that's expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know the ins and outs of it, but what do you reckon? Like gyms in the UK or just gyms in general are missing?
Um. Oh, right. I think the majority of gyms in the UK are very, very, very commercial, and they've lost that kind of like community feel.
Yeah,
And then you end up with gyms like Ultraflex, where they've got that community feel, but it's very much like an exclusive club of
yeah.
like, are you a bodybuilder? No. Well,
Fuck
fuck
off
off.
then. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if like a gym figured out a way of doing it all
Hmm.
under one roof, like being able to, house a really good amount of people for it to actually make money, and then also have a community feel as well as being top tier in whatever niche they want to go in.
Yeah, it's a weird one because everyone that's in the know of like bodybuilding and the fitness industry knows what Ultraflex is,
Yeah.
and Ultraflex is like in the UK really is like top dog.
Yeah, but I think again, this is part. Kuba has never ever ever said that anything in Ultraflex is bad. Like he's such a good salesman,
Yeah,
and the way that he talks about his own gym on Instagram and YouTube just elevates all the other gyms as well.
hmm
Like they could have the same equipment as Pure Gym or JD gyms, and Kuba will say it's the best in the world, and you will also believe that it's the best in the world because he's so convincing in how he speaks.
yeah.
Fantastic salesman.
Well, it's not only that; it's just like the level of the athletes that perform there, well, train there as well.
Yeah,
Obviously, assume well, if these people are training there and they look this good, of course it must be because of partially the gym. You know?
yeah. And all the gear.
Yeah, literally.
Apart from us
Oh,
nutties, bruh.
I can remember when I was younger, like one of my like dreams was like, oh, imagine opening up my own gym. I think it would be great fun. It would be really great fun, but it would be a slog to
Yeah,
get it like to where it needs to be. Like if you open up like another Ultraflex, like they're doing, they just open them up here and there, like every few years. Everyone travels there. Everyone immediately goes there to check it out because they know what to expect, kind of thing. Whereas if it's like fresh from the ground up, unless you've got like a huge Instagram following, I think it's going to be really, really hard to get one off the ground, especially like this day and age now. But
yeah.
never say never, mate.
Never say never. I think look, we've got things that are going to fund a gym in years to come.
We'll just shoot ourselves in the feet right from day one, and like only men's physique competitors can train there,
Yeah, yeah.
and we have
That's
no
it.
leg equipment.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that'd be my dream.
Imagine that. And you got like, why'd you skip leg day? Well, the gym's got zero leg kit. What do you expect me to do?
Ah, dear. Yeah. So, what else other than that? Annabella got Annabella's car. Very cool. Very nice.
What happened then? Hang on. Did you cut out then?
No, no.
Okay, that was weird. Like your screen literally just shut off and then come back on.
Oh,
Like,
great.
anyway, you're back. So carry on. Annabella's car.
I got Annabella's car last week, which is very cool, very exciting.
How was it?
Yeah, it's sick. Sick. Feels absolutely massive.
Was it?
Yeah. Got
Have
a Q3, everyone, in case you didn't listen to previous episodes. Very cool. Very, very nice. Happy with it.
What have you been driving that more than your own car now?
Annabella's not actually driven it yet.
You joke? Have you driven her in it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is she a little bit worried to drive it?
A little bit worried. But her knee's still a little bit fucked.
Yeah.
So once that's right, then she can drive it.
Does she like it though?
Yeah, mate, she loves it.
Good.
Buzzing.
Buzzing with that. But this is the thing about getting like a nice car though. I know obviously there's levels to it. Like Q3, you can whip it around. You obviously first few months you're gonna be a little bit more cautious, and after a while you're just gonna treat it like a car.
Yeah.
But if you've got like an Aston Martin, mate, right? Would you be one of those people that like park it in a further spot away? Would you be maybe taking up 2 spaces? Like, I feel like if you're gonna have a car like that, you almost have to have like fuck you money. It's like if the door does get dinged, getting it repaired is like whatever, doesn't matter.
If I had a car like that, I would be parking it as far away as possible. Yesterday I went to Meadowhall, which is like a shopping centre in Sheffield, and I was walking back to my car, and these little chavs were next to my car with the girlfriends, and one of the girlfriends went, "Oh, I really like that. I'd have it in white." And then this little chav went,
Basic.
"Nah, it's shit. It's what gay people drive." I got in it, and he went, "Oh shit, that's his car." I went, "Yeah, it's my car, you stupid twat," and then got in and drove off. But he was like,
How
must
old
have
was
only
he?
been about 15.
Yeah. He probably drives around like a little. He can't even drive a moped, can he?
Mate, can't even drive.
Jesus. Did you have motorbikes when you was younger?
No, I had a quad when I was a kid.
Did you?
Oh, mate, my granddad had like a bit of a farm thing, and
Mate, why does that not surprise me? A few acres, whipping around your quad bike.
Because my granddad were an absolute ledge. So he got me a quad for Christmas one time, and I nearly broke my sister's arm on it. Yeah, good times. We're rapid. It were rapid. Proper petrol one. Yeah, it was sick. But yeah, no mopeds or motorbikes.
Yeah, when I first got my car, literally within the first 2 weeks of having it, someone went into the front of it. Obviously, didn't like crash into it. I had to get the bumper like resprayed and whatnot. No one left a note. Thank you very much for that. And then, as well as that, what happened? Oh, literally, as I was driving the car back from when I got it, I was driving through this not so nice area, and I feel like it's a bit of like a yob car. All right, so anyone that's listened to it, it's an M140i BMW, and kids love it.
It's a proper yob car.
It's fucking great. It's a wicked car. Like
Tom scares the living daylights out of me whenever he drives.
It's like it's a car you get if you want to just be a fucking idiot, right? And I'm not an idiot, but
Yeah.
but yeah, like you see like young lads, they obviously like recognise it, like, oh, and then like this one lad I was driving past, fucking oh my god, because it's like if any like young little chav, it's like their dream car, right? And yeah, as I'm like driving through, literally the day I've got it, driving past this group of lads, one of them like bangs on the back panel, like the rear quarter. It's like bang, bang, bang as I'm like driving by. Like they were like walking out into. Do you know like you get like young people just walk out into the road? They don't give a fuck about cars coming. They got close to the car and they like banged on the back of it. I'm like, oh my fucking god! And then a week later, someone literally drove into the front of it. I'm like, fantastic.
Cursed car, mate. Cursed.
Literally, don't say that, mate. Please don't.
When I was 17, just past my test, I was driving through Rotherham. Some bloke who were drunk walked behind my car and just punched the back window. And I shat myself. Went through like a red light. Got a ticket for going through a red light.
Why did he punch it?
I don't know idea. But my dad was like, "Why didn't you get out and fight him?" I was like, "Well, Dad, if he then like bottled me or shot me or knifed me,
I'm dead."
Then you would have gone, "Why didn't you just drive off?"
Yeah. True. Yeah. Fuck's sake. What? So I don't know if anyone lives around like Sheffield or Manchester, but there is a lovely road that I've been down a few times now called Snakes Pass. Right, and if you've got like a pretty quick, nice car going down there, it's so nice. Not the fact that the road is fun to drive down. It's just very scenic. You take it nice and slow, don't you, Josh? Take it nice and slow.
You drive at about 20 miles an hour, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like you did that time.
Yeah. Ah.
Was that your first car?
Second car.
Second. What happened?
So, I was driving down Snakes Pass, and there was a bit where it's like loads of little bumps and then a bend. And I just thought, sorry, I'll just keep going. Like, I'll keep flooring it. And I went up one of the little bumps and my car just got a little bit of air. And then it crashed down on the second bump and it broke like whatever's in charge of turning the front wheels. So my left wheel just stayed straight and then my right wheel did all the turning. So about 3 days later, I drove home at that point very, very, very carefully because my car was going to die. A couple of days later, I took it to one of my clients at the time worked at a car dealer's, and she said, just bring it in and don't tell them when you're trading it in. And, hopefully they won't notice that there's this big piece of metal hanging from the bottom of your car and you can just trade it in and get another car. So I went down, saw the Merc. I was like, yep, great, I'm having that, if they'll let me. Test drove it, signed all the papers, and then they went and looked at my car and they did like all the 360 inspections, and the guy was like, yeah, this is sound. And that's all I ever heard from him. And then shortly after that, the car dealers went out of business, and, we lived to survive another day.
Because of you, mate. Do you know what, that car that they bought off you was like their last hope.
I have seen it driving around.
Well, at least it's got a new lease of life then.
Yes, it is still alive.
Yeah. Is your Merc, apart from letting like your brake pads go down to metal on metal, has your Merc been reliable?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was about to say you're going to touch
wood. I've had no issues apart from the brake pads and the AdBlue sensor. Can you remember just after I'd come back from either the Worlds or summer shredding, and I had to go and get a sensor redone, which was £1,500. Yes,
that's for like emissions as well. AdBlue is like something that they decided to put in there. It's not it's actually essential for the car's function, is it?
It's not essential for the car's function, which is the most annoying bit.
Yeah, but you still have to pay for it.
Correct.
That's fucking dumb.
How's your last week been? We're 16 minutes in and you've not told the people what you've been up to.
Yeah. Everyone's listening to the bodybuilding, a bodybuilding themed podcast to hear about cars. It's fine.
Yeah.
But mine has been good, mate. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind. I'm not gonna lie.
Fill us in.
I went to a festival, mate, for the first time in like 2 years.
You could say 2 months.
2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. Now for about 2 years, because obviously I had prep last year, and I've been nailing the off season now for about 7 months. And then an opportunity arose to go to a little festival, so I did.
What festival did you go to?
So it was a bit of a shock to me, mate. Really, it was called Forbidden Forest.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Have you?
Yeah,
it's not far from Nottingham.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if it's near. Is Sherwood's Forest where Robin Hood was?
Yeah.
Is it? And Belvoir Castle. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Belvoir Castle. I don't know. Anyway, it was there.
Belvoir.
Yeah. So it's like a music event where they've got like a lot of like techno, house, drum and bass. Obviously, I was there mainly for the drum and bass. Basically, it's just not kind of Josh's kind of event. More like Mumford and Sons vibes, for Josh.
I did wonder why you didn't invite me.
You wouldn't have enjoyed it, bro. Especially if you saw the type of people there. Right. Anyone that's not into the UK festival scene, I feel like you need to at least experience a handful of like festivals, because one, it's good fun, but two, you will never see some of the sights that you see at festivals anywhere else in the UK.
That might not be a bad thing.
In some ways, yes, but in others, like it's like a zombie apocalypse. It's absolutely terrible, but it's great fun as well. But yeah, went there, had a good time. I was only there for 2 days. Enjoyed myself, mate. Had a few beers, got a little bit lit, and it was good fun. Yeah.
Did you have a cruise campo?
I didn't.
I had a cruise campo at the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Oh, I've been off the rails this weekend. I woke up this morning like I need to stop now.
What? Just drinking?
Right. I would only ever have 3 max pints, unless it's you and me sat in rugby. Then I would maybe have a few more. Friday night, obviously, we got the car Thursday, and I was like, "Oh, let's go for a drive." So we just drove out to this nice pub, had a lovely cruise campo, but only had one. And then Saturday, went to one of mine and Annabella's friends' birthday parties, and I reckon I had like, oh God, maybe 6 or 7 beers,
Get on.
and then 2 glasses of wine. I don't know why I had wine.
Was you pretty drunk then? That's enough to get you drunk, mate.
I were all right. I had quite a lot to eat, so yeah, it was okay. And
Right.
then Sunday, went to Annabella's mum and dad's and had like beer there.
Mm.
And then last night, on a Monday night, I met up with a client of mine that I've not seen for like a year because he works on boats. And then I had like 2 beers last night.
You've been nailing them, mate.
Over the weekend, that's more than what I used to drink in a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly. I've got an addiction, bro.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I went to this festival as well, was it optimal for bodybuilding? No. Literally, I did 35,000 steps per day. So I did 70,000 steps over 2 days. My legs right now are buckled. Yesterday, I didn't go to the gym. I was supposed to do push, but I'm covered in sunburn. And yeah, I just was not in the place. Over like the 2 days, I had about 3.5 hours sleep over 2 days.
Oh my God.
So it was rough.
Were you camping?
So I stayed in someone's tent for the first night, and then
Go on, Tom.
No, then I overstayed my welcome for another night, unplanned. And then when I came home yesterday,
whose tent did you stay in?
Literally,
Tom?
I didn't do anything. I just turned up to the festival with a bag. I was like, "Hello, let's have fun." Popped the bag down into a tent that was already there. Went out, had fun, slept. Went out, had fun, slept. Went home.
You are.
I left at 5 a.m. yesterday.
You are so funny, mate. So funny.
But the thing is, though, like I had great fun, and I hadn't had that for 2 years. So it's like, realistically, is it going to affect your progress in the short term? Yeah, because like I'm gonna have to get the wheels going again. But looking back on it, mate, no regrets because it's just good fun.
Yeah. As long as you have fun, that is all that matters. You're only here once, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like when you go out and you do stuff like that as well, it makes you want to like all right, sort your shit out. You've had your fun, mate. Get back to it, and it almost makes like more excited to get back to routine because it makes you appreciate that routine and just feeling good and being consistent. But then you also appreciate those times where you go out and enjoy yourself. And I think as long as you don't overdo it, you're fine. I did lose about 2.5 kilos. That's fine. I'll get that back. But literally just I was eating like pizza. I was just eating as much as I could there, but it's so expensive.
How much protein did you reckon that you had each day?
Like 100 grams.
Yeah. That's when you know it's been bad. 100 grams of protein. It's like, oh dear, really?
Dude,
baby.
Festival food has always been expensive because obviously, it's not just the food cost. It's like they have to fucking get all the kit in there. Then it's like remote. They have to do all the, whatever. It was like £15 for a pizza this big.
Nah. See, this is it. I'm tapping out here. That's not Aston Martin behaviour.
Yeah. But yeah, and then it was £4 for a bottle of water as well.
Sod that.
Yeah. But it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, you're right. What's money? It's all about memories, isn't it? Memories over money, bro.
Someone actually asked me. Well, someone actually asked me on Instagram like 2 days ago because they saw that I was at this festival. By the way, I ran into some people that listened to the podcast.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I fucking did.
No way.
Yes, I did.
Did you get the names?
One of them, I got his name. The other one, I was a little bit lit to remember. Let's have a look. He's probably going to listen to this. The one that I remember. I had a good chat with him. We were both.
Good.
Look.
Podcast. He looks like a podcast listener.
Look at the size of his arm, mate.
Yeah, that is.
He's competed in men's physique. Mr. Tom Clark has competed in PCA last year.
Oh, I think I remember him. Did he do PCA Worlds or something?
I think he did.
Oh, see, Tom Clark. You might not realize it, but we see everything, bro. Yeah. He went
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
he
So,
went
mate,
to
and he
Spain.
wasn't the only one. I ran into like one or two others. It did get to the point where I was a little bit drunk and memory's a little bit fadey, but yeah, unreal, mate. So good. So good. Madness. And that
Oh,
brings well, yeah. So basically, someone asked, how would we? What is your approach when it comes to going out, enjoying yourself, but still staying on track with your goals? Like having your beers, but at the same time not ruining your progress.
right. Is this like a going out for a meal, going out on the sesh?
It was a young lad that asked, so I'm assuming going out with the boys, having a bit of a
Right.
sesh.
I would make sure that I have got my protein nailed before having a single drop of alcohol Easter. And then I just not get absolutely battered. Like, I know it's all fun and games whilst it's happening. Just don't be an idiot and get absolutely battered.
Yeah.
Shandy, there's nothing wrong with ordering a shandy,
Yeah.
right? Equally, there's nothing wrong with ordering non-alcoholic beer. If you drink beer, go non-alcoholic. If your poison's vodka Coke, go one vodka Coke and then one Coke.
Mhm.
Just make sure that you don't get battered so that you can still go to the gym the next day.
It's the same. If you went to the gym too much, it's not good for you.
Yeah.
If you went out too much and drank too much, it's not good for you. Too much of anything is a bad thing. I don't know if it's like it's definitely it's all hindsight, is it? Because when you're younger, naturally, I bet you got absolutely intergalactically fucked.
Yeah.
Because all your mates are doing it. It's all peer pressure. It's cool. It's like, oh, who's going to get the most? It's all like peer pressure. But
You
when you
used
get
to
a
be
bit
quite
older,
cheap as well.
huh?
Used to be quite cheap to get drunk.
Yeah, man. I used to buy like a 2 liter bottle of like Frosty Jacks. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put a bit of blackcurrant, nail that, and it would absolutely ruin you. I used to be called like two can Tom because it would take me like 2 cans of cider to get absolutely ruined.
Oh yeah, 2 litre Tom, crikey.
2 litre Tom. But yeah, it's like I think it's something that you appreciate as you do get a bit older and like a bit more mature. Is like just not getting absolutely ruined. You don't need to do that in order to have fun. And then when you don't do that, naturally, it's not going to take you 2 or 3 days to recover. It's probably like 1.
Yeah.
Or even that, like if you actually do take it easy and just still enjoy yourself. Number 1, you can actually remember the night. Number 2, your recovery is going to be shorter. Number 3, you're going to feel fresher, quicker, get back in the gym, get back to progressing. So, yeah, it's just a young mindset, man.
Yeah. If you didn't want it to affect your training, just make sure that the day after your night out is a rest day, because then obviously you've got that 24 hours to fully recover and then get back in the gym. And on that day, don't go, oh, I feel shit. I'm gonna have Greg's for brekkie, mate. Just get back to normal. Eat your breakfast, hydrate, caffeinate, do whatever you need to do. Get over it.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like you've got to, at the same time though, you've also got to experience what it's like to get a bit too fucked up a few times to make you realize, oh, maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just a few times.
Yes,
Anything else that we need to discuss?
Ooh. Anything you got on your mind, mate?
Brandon Harding tore his rear out.
Ooh. There's been a lot going on for him, isn't there?
No, well, yeah, but then he's gone and posted that he's bought a new R8, so I don't feel too sorry for him. I don't feel that bad.
Maybe the all the story views and the shares has fueled the purchase for an R8.
Yeah, all the sympathy. Oh yes, I'm going to take the sympathy to the bank, literally.
Yeah.
Did you put up a questions box for today?
I didn't, because we only planned to do it last night, this morning, didn't we?
Yes, but I did.
Did you?
I put one up 40 minutes ago.
Okay.
And
have you got some views?
I've got 7 questions.
Okay.
Right. We're going to start off with the ones that I had in my DMs during the week. So the first one is from my boy, Will Harrison. In fact, I could have like a little subsection on Will Harrison on his own. I met up with him yesterday to train, and Will's an in-person PT, and he's at that point in his like PT career where, you're doing okay, but then it's like, what do you need to do to level it up? And do you know with your PTing, can you remember like what your biggest month of income was?
Bro, my PT was tiny. Because when I started PTing, lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And then lockdown forced me into online. So I did it really weird. Like I had a handful of clients for a good few months, and then just lockdown hit. And then since then, I managed to like go back to PTing for like a few months after. But then it was pretty much just going all in on online because my outgoings are so low. I had that opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
So
do you remember? Right.
I'm honestly probably not the best person to ask in regards to like scaling a PT business.
No. But your online business is, I think it's very similar. Look, all online coaching is it's PT, but fucking online, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So 2 years into your online coaching business. In fact, how long have you been coaching for now?
Not like extremely long. Like actually fully online coaching, 2.5 years.
Right. Okay. So
Coming up for like 3 years.
when was your first ever online client?
Ooh, it would be Mr. Lou Wright.
Right. And when did they start with you?
I think it was 2021.
2021. Right. We're in 2024 now.
Yeah.
So obviously I don't want to go like divulging your income too much, but
Yeah.
online coaching in general or PT in general, it's a very slow and steady thing to grow, right? And the line of trajectory isn't just like straight, just straight to the top. It's very much up and down. But if you do it right, it should be going in an upwards trajectory, like overall. But month to month, it'll go up and down. You'll have your peaks, you'll have your dips. It's just a game that you've got to stick at and be a little bit smarter with. Like, don't waste your time doing shit that you don't need to do, or don't waste money thinking that, oh yeah, this is going to elevate my coaching business to this point. Or for instance, like, have you ever had a business coach?
I had one for about 2 months.
Right. And what did you learn from that experience?
The importance of like speaking to people.
Yep.
But then also you got to eat shit before you can smell the roses, and it's just going to take me a long time, pretty much.
Correct. Yeah. And
that's like the main thing that I learned.
How much did it cost you for them 2 lessons?
Well, £400 a month.
£400 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a lot more expensive now.
They are a lot more expensive now. And I think, like when you're at that like 2 to 4 grand a month mark, and you're thinking, right, I need to like, how do I get it to 10 grand months? I see everyone on Instagram that do 10 grand months. Secret, I've never done a 10. Me personally, I've never done a 10 grand month.
Yeah.
Not yet. It just takes loads and loads of time. Like, there aren't really any tricks to build your online coaching business. You've just got to be consistent over a period of time and document everything that you do.
Yeah.
And yesterday, train with Will, and that's pretty much all we're talking about for the entire session, because he's at the point where he's like, why is my business not absolutely massive? But I've been doing it for 2 years. But it's like, you just got to keep going, mate. It's bigger than what it was 5 months ago. It's bigger than what it was a year ago. Like, it's going in the right direction. It's just a time thing.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's basically, if you're people's perceptions are very fucking skewed now as well.
Yeah.
Right. Because you only see the highlights online, right? Of like, oh, this coach earning 10, this coach is earning whatever, 8 grand months, 10 grand months. You don't fucking realize if you're earning 4 grand per month on a consistent basis, comparatively to the majority of the UK, especially as a self-employed individual, you can be a lot more tax efficient. That's a fucking lot of money. That's a good amount of money.
That's loads.
People, the average person probably gets a pay packet of about 2 grand a month.
How much?
Two and a half grand a month.
Yeah.
Like 21 grand a year, 22 grand a year, about that. Right, have a look. Have a look what the average payee income is. Apart from if you're living in like the major cities, obviously you're going to be getting a little bit more, but even then your overhead expenses are going to be larger. But yeah, if you're earning like $4,000 months, like because I remember because when I was doing like $4,000 months, I was like a little bit disappointed because again, when I was working with this mentor, I saw like his other clients earning this, earning that,
Yeah.
earning this. And like what you got to remember is like some of these online coaches are like they've got other PTs working under them, they've got other coaches, and they've been at the game for a longer period of time as well. So it's like if you're earning like $4,000 months, that's fucking good. And it's like,
Yeah.
what is the next step in order to keep surpassing that? Number one, you just need more time. Number two, there's probably other areas of your business that you're not thinking about. Maybe, right, you kind of maxed out. Because I think when you get to that point, bless you.
Whew.
Love that. But when you get to that point, it's like, all right, if you're earning $4,000 months as an online coach, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You're clearly on the right path because you're earning more money than the average person, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the next thing to do is number one, give it more time, be fucking patient. Number two, there's probably other things such as like branding, like the quality of the content that you put out that you need to improve upon, because obviously those are the main things. Like you can clearly do your job well, but it's like now you just need to get more eyes on it. So just a little bit more outreach, better quality content, maybe like a very professional targeted website. I don't know. There's many things, and what works for one person isn't going to work for another either.
Yeah, agreed. The average household income for the UK, average wage for an individual in the UK is £2,900.
Yeah, I knew it was in the 2000s.
So if you're a PT earning $4,000 a month, or an online coach, or you could be selling socks online, you're doing pretty damn good.
Yeah,
pretty damn good.
Yeah, and you're probably in like your 20s as well. So like realistically, as you get older as well, your demographic is going to get older too. Therefore, the money that they have access to is going to get larger as well. Therefore, naturally, what I found as well is when I first started online coaching, I couldn't charge as much as I do now because my target demographic was like 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Versus now, obviously, the majority of my team are like 23 plus. Right. And, just got more access to resources. So there's so many factors that do like affect how and what money you can earn with online coaching. Just got to give it time, bro.
It is massively a time thing. Anyway, the reason why I mentioned Will was because he asked a question. The question is, do you think bodybuilding will ever make it into the Olympics?
No.
I don't.
Absolutely not.
Right. So I was thinking about it. It's like, why?
Because it's too subjective of a sport.
It's too subjective of a sport. Have you ever watched snowboarding?
What, like when they do like tricks and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's done a 360 pipe spin. Whatever it is. Okay.
It's so subjective. The judges will have a preference that they like and they will score it higher.
Do they get like style points and stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, what is a style point? It's not like for every flip you get a style point. It's whatever the judges deem on that day to be, stylish.
I don't know if like we're using the right terminology here.
No.
Kind of what it'd be. Tony Hawk Pro Skater
snowboarder is fuming right now.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, look, the point is they have subjective sports in the Olympics, gymnastics, doing like all the floor routines and stuff. What's the difference between that and someone posing on stage showing off the muscles?
I think because gymnastics and snowboarding is for the most part healthy.
Okay.
And gymnastics,
Wow. Gymnastics, healthy.
Well, I would say so.
Gymnastics and eating disorders, there's a massive link there.
Oh, well, this is the thing, right? Any sport that you take to the extreme, there's always going to be extreme things that people do in order, because they are an athlete. They have an extreme mindset. They're willing to do what it takes in order to, be at their best, whether that be a positive or a negative thing,
Yeah.
But I think there's just too much. I feel like bodybuilding is just too underground.
Yeah.
It is too. There's too many drugs involved. Like it's such natural bodybuilding. Never say never. Enhanced bodybuilding, no.
Oh, enhanced bodybuilding, definitely not. Definitely not.
And would there be drugs creeping into natural Olympics bodybuilding? Yeah, of course there would be, as there is in any sport. But I feel like if it did ever get its way into Olympics, it would obviously have to be natural bodybuilding.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So then I have a subsection question to this. The Olympics over time has it's declined in interest. Like you can still get tickets to every single event at the Paris Olympics if you wanted to go.
Really?
Right. Whereas, 20 years ago, everything will be sold out as soon as they announce where the host thing is going to be. Do you think in years to come, getting rid of the banned list will increase the interest in the Olympics? So literally going, you can take whatever you want. Russia, welcome back, guys. Go mad.
They'll be like javelin throwers turning up with like an extra fucking arm that is just overly developed, like 3 arms, and one that's just there just to throw the javelin. I don't think it would, mate.
I don't, but I would like to see it.
I'd like to see what would happen, but I think it would push it even further away from reality. Like people are like, oh yeah, but they're this, but they're that, but they're this,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And it'd like lead to people detaching from it a bit more versus like it's kind of quite inspirational if you can look at it all and be like, look, these guys, like, there's no reason as to why I can't do this because these have done it.
Yeah, yeah. It would lose that like relatability, wouldn't it, if they were all on the juice? But it would be mad to see. I was talking to him about it, and I reckon if they introduced it within the first 4 years, you would have a sub 9 second 100-meter sprint.
That'd be nuts, wouldn't it?
Yeah, imagine seeing that.
Yeah. Do you think like Usain Bolt has ever used any performance enhancement?
I've got a theory, right, that when things are on the decline, they'll pick individuals and go, you're going to be the next shining star of your sport.
Yeah.
Go mad. Right.
Yeah.
Don't do anything that's going to make you look like, fucking ginormous, but go on TRT, do it like, just take whatever you want. I'm not clued up with gear, but 2012 when like Jess Ennis, she had a baby and then came back and won the heptathlon.
Right.
Mo Farah, like, does whatever he does, runs far at quite a quick speed. I reckon they'll pick these random people and go, you can take gear.
Think about the amount of money involved. If your star boy is out of action, Mo Farah, if he's sponsored by Nike and Nike are like, mate, we want you at this Olympics, fucking wearing our clothing. We've got this deal with the Olympics to X amount of money, and it's all pegged on you, mate. We've got a deal. We've shook a hand. We've slipped them some money. You can take this. Don't worry. You're going to be protected because of these reasons and these parameters that we put in place. And we're going to get you up there, and you're going to do your thing, mate.
I think they would do that.
Yeah.
Like, the world is so corrupt, right? And the Russians getting caught. It's like, come on. I bet they're just doing it to, right, we don't like Russia anymore. We're going to just prove that they've all cheated. And then the people that we do like, we're going to look after them.
Yeah. Well, mate, call me a conspiracy theorist, but even like what happened a couple of years ago with that whole big thing where we had to stay in our houses for a little bit, follow the money. The things that will happen for money, mate, and if they're willing to do that to the whole world, then what are they willing to do for a fucking Olympic Games where people are throwing around javelins and running around a track,
Yeah.
Significance in comparison, of course there's corruption, mate, but who knows?
Who knows, guys? Everyone's going to be like, bloody hell, Josh and Tom have gone a bit conspiracy theorists this week.
I feel like this is what it needs, mate.
Yeah, we need to go. We're going to end up Hodge twins, aren't we?
Yeah. I've got another conspiracy theory.
Oh, here we go. Come on, give me.
Do you think we ever landed on the moon?
Yes.
Watch one of the most recent Joe Rogans. I'll send you a link to it after this. I haven't watched it yet. I was speaking to Mo about this morning, funnily enough.
What? But doesn't Mo no longer think that?
He doesn't know. So I've spoken to Mo about this before. I'm like, yeah, of course we have. Like, look at all the evidence and whatnot. But there's been bigger fabrications in the past, like, you know, of like fake things that have happened in history. So why haven't we been to the moon in over 60 years?
Right. Okay.
Why?
Okay. Right.
With
I'm
the
going to listen to
technology
it.
that we have, right? Why? Why haven't we been back there? It's like, well, why would we go back there? Because, you know, we've been there before. But it's like, yeah, but there's still so much we don't know about it.
Okay. Right. I'm going to give it a listen. Next week, we're going to have a moon special.
The moon's... On this segment of the Board Shorts and Banter space exploration.
Why haven't we been to the moon in 60 years? Come on, guys.
We're gonna take this podcast completely away from bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Everyone. So I hope you're ready for that.
Right. I have a question from a chap called Callum Renfrew. I've never seen a surname like that in my life. It says, "Hi, mate. Feel free to answer this on the pod rather than here, but I was just wondering your thoughts on the BMBF athletic class overall, and if it's suitable for a men's physique athlete."
The athletic class, is that where they wear? It's kind of like men's physique, but they wear short shorts.
They wear like tight
Little
boxers.
panties.
Yeah.
Got you. I've never really got it, but then I think if someone's really into the athletic class, they're probably like, why would you wear board shorts that cover your legs?
Yeah, but then it's like, why would you wear whatever they are, trunks? Just do bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, your glutes aren't in, sweet. Just do that then.
Yeah.
The way that I see it, if like there's enough men's physique shows now to not need to go and do like a hybrid class. If you want to do bodybuilding, do bodybuilding. If you want to do men's physique, do men's physique. I don't think you're going to get any kind of gravitas or respect for doing the thing in the middle.
Yeah.
What's
the name? Is it like Miami?
Yeah, Miami Pro. It's terrible.
Miami Pro.
Yeah.
It didn't like what's he called?
Tom Coleman or
that's the man. He's
trying to get
big,
him off.
mate.
Yeah.
What's he doing in that? Get on a bodybuilding stage.
Well, he did PCA as well.
Okay. How did he do in PCA?
PCA Pro.
Oh, there we go then.
Yeah. So I see it as like a gateway to getting into bodybuilding, but it's like, again, this is no disrespect for you. Certain federations aren't going to get you any kind of respect in the game, right? Miami Pro, UP, and Pure Elite.
Yeah.
Right? I'm even going to go as far to say like Fitex have had that much shit thrown at them in the last 12 months and like how corrupted they are. I'd say you're not going to get a great amount of respect for doing their shows either.
What do you think like the vibe of FitX is? I want to see your kind of like what vibe do you get from it?
It's like the group of bodybuilders, coaches, I don't know, like bodybuilding service providers that like they're not quite in the bodybuilding world. They're like just on the outskirts and they're all like, oh yeah, let's go to Fitex and let's sponsor a Fitex show. It's like, just do a PCA show. What are you scared of?
Yeah. I don't know why I get this vibe. I just think it's chavvy.
Yeah. Very chavvy.
Maybe I'm just being a dick, but I just get like, yeah, that kind of vibe from it.
Yeah.
Sorry, FitX.
It used to be better.
Criticism.
When Rick from Strong was involved in it used to be way better, but like now it just feels a bit weird.
It feels I know that they're young, they're like one of the younger federations, but it feels very half-assed. The trophies look fucking awful, like someone's made them in wood tech. Do you know what I mean? Like secondary school wood tech, and they've literally just bought a can of like gold shake spray paint and just fucking they're awful. It's like, you know, if you're gonna get athletes to commit to a fucking long season and enjoy competing in your show, at least give them a half decent trophy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Not something that's been knocked up in wood tech.
I agree. How did we get onto this? Oh, talking about gravitas and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's my thoughts on the men's athletic class? Just go to WNBF, UKDFBA, PCA, maybe not two bros, don't like two bros, and just go and do men's physique. Or
Basically.
do bodybuilding. BNBF is great for bodybuilding. Just do BNBF bodybuilding.
Yeah, at the end of the day, do whatever you want to do, but at the same time, there's no muscle model in the Olympia, probably for a reason, because they're like, yeah, there's no point in this.
Yeah. Like, well, yeah. I am now going to echo what Tom said. Do what you want. Do what you want.
Any
Right.
more questions?
Adam Yakubik, one of my boys, is asked board short colours, do's and don'ts.
I don't think there's any rules, but if you're following basic fashion sense, try and match your shorts up to your skin tone.
Yeah.
Black guys, they look great in most colours.
Yeah.
Right? So like they look good in most colours. If you're like paler skin, maybe don't go, because yes, you're going to be getting a tan, but maybe don't go for like bright, bold colours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like try and match up your skin tone. And if you're not too sure, have a look on like ASOS. ASOS do this really well, where like they match their models with the skin tones of like the clothes and whatnot, and it all looks good.
I like it.
So there's definitely like an element of like fashion that you've got to like consider here. Again, wear what you want. But yeah,
Just do what you want, guys. Just
do what you want.
Questions that you've asked, just do what you want anyway. Like, don't listen to us. What do
What
we
do you think?
How I do it is I look at the backdrop of the federation and try to match my shorts to that.
Mm-hmm.
So PCA, I would wear blue.
Mm-hmm.
I know I wore green last time, but that's because I just got my green shorts and I wanted to wear my green shorts.
Mm-hmm.
When I went over to Seattle, it was a slightly green background, so wore green shorts. Yeah, but then not going crazy with patterns. Keep it plain and simple. Like the thing that you're looking at is a physique, and sometimes your shorts can be a little bit of a distraction from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like shorts brands at the minute, with the exception of a few, they're wanting to stand out on stage, and they're almost standing out for the wrong reasons. Like Chula is terrible,
Awful.
That Elite, I think they just look like poor quality. Look, I think if there were a tier system, you can't get them anymore. But Alter, Ryan Terry's top tier. Alpha Elite are bringing out some new board shorts actually, and they look really, really good.
Well, I've got insider info.
On what, Alpha Elite or Alter?
Both.
Both. Right.
No, not Alpha Elite. Sorry, an even bigger company. I told you this, didn't I?
Gymshark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we keep it to ourselves?
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed. Am I allowed to say I didn't sign an NDA? I spoke with the man. I spoke with the man himself.
I was speaking to one of his members of staff on Saturday, and I said, "Oh, what's happening with his board short brand?" And they were like, "Oh, I think he's bringing out some new ones like in the next few months." I was like, "All right, interested."
Not with Alter.
Yeah,
not with Alter.
There we go.
Maybe someone else that he works with.
Maybe someone else that he works with.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting. They'll probably be even better, like better quality as a result.
I think so.
Yeah,
but they are good quality. But yeah,
they are nice shorts.
Alpha Lee, back when these brands didn't make shorts. Have you ever had Hurley?
Yeah,
very good quality.
I've had Billabong, Hurley,
Billabong. Jesus, you chav.
Nah, so they were actually like really, really nice Billabong ones. The first shorts I ever wore were Hurley's blue ones, and they're actually really nice. Like still nice now.
Yeah.
And they fit better now because I've actually got legs. But then I had some Billabongs. They were like really subtle, like small little tiny logo. They were like there. I think it's called like X Fit, where it's like slightly stretchy as well, which is decent.
Okay.
So yeah. But so in terms of colours, blue wins.
I think blue wins.
Blue wins. I think statistically, if you took all of the winners of men's physique shows and topped them up to short colours, blue wins. Yeah. Why? Because I think blue is quite cool. It's like welcoming. It's friendly. It's versus like I think like all right, red. What does red signify? It's like all danger. It's like not, but it's not as like welcoming of a colour. Versus blue is just easy on the eye and blue wins. I think statistically it is like a winningest color.
Yeah, I love the colour blue as well.
Blue goes well on both dark, light, yellow, green, whatever skin, you know?
Went a bit racist there, Tom. Yellow. Oh dear. Right, next question. If you could have one superpower for a day, which would you choose?
Myostatin deficiency.
I would choose. I think I'd choose super strength.
You already got super strength.
No.
though.
I'm gonna
Super strength.
So this is what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna pick the day to be whatever day Ultraflex's clown club go in and do the deadlifting. And I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna deadlift more than any of them, and then walk out.
Why wouldn't you turn up at the World's Strongest Man and do the beat Hathor Bjorksson's deadlift record? Who gives a shit about Ultraflex Rotherham, bro? We want to go to the world stage.
People are going to expect you to do it again. Whereas at Ultraflex Rotherham, you go in, you do something, you've got everyone's respect, so like they will never say anything ever again.
Right.
So I go in there, I go into that cage, rip something off the ground that no one's ever done before, slam it, stare everyone out, and then walk out. Then go and do my pec flies or whatever it is that I've got.
Who's the strongest deadlifter in Ultraflex right now, would you say?
A guy called, I think he's called James.
Stare James in the eye as you walk out.
James is terrifying. James trains neck.
Oh, okay, that says it all.
Yeah, giving it one of them. He's a pretty terrifying human. Oh, Rimmon has sent a voice note. I think this is a question for the podcast.
Okay.
I'm not going to answer it in the question, so you're going to have to listen, all right? So, first one, if you were both competitive female bodybuilders,
okay,
what category would you compete in? And then on top of that, if you could be any female bodybuilder, who would you be and why? There you go. Good one for the pod.
There you go. Rimmon is going to be listening to this going, oh my God, they've just played my voice out on loud.
I'll go first.
Go on. What class? Wellness. I knew you'd be a big booty.
I'd love to have a big bunda, mate. I'd love it. I don't like a wellness girl though. Like when their upper body, I know like in general they've got to have more muscle, probably in like the upper body as well. But just that lower body, mate. I'm a fan.
What, you're a fan as an admirer, or you're a fan as in like, I would like to have legs like that?
Both.
Oh wow. Would you date a wellness girl?
No.
Maybe.
Maybe for one night.
just for squeezing the legs.
No, but I can, in general, on a female, I do like a bit more of like a bottom heavy. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like a spin top, like a little spin top kind of vibe.
Interesting. I would go for, at the Worlds, they do a class, or it's not at the Worlds, they do it at WMBF shows called Fit Body.
Right. Got
where
you.
it's like figure, but then there's a dancing element to it. And I would go on that stage and I would own the shit out of the dancing element.
So what do you care more about? Is it more of an aesthetic purpose, or is it like you just want to dance, bro?
I just want to dance, bro.
You want to
be muscular.
You want to shake what your mama gave you.
Yeah.
Got you. Maybe like low key, mate. If you were a girl, you'd be a stripper.
Mate, not even low key. If I was a girl, I'd be a stripper. I'd do OnlyFans. I'd sell socks online.
Easy money.
Easy money. So much easier for girls to earn money than guys.
Have you been asked for like to sell stuff?
Yes.
Same.
Did I tell you about I don't think I said it on the podcast because I was a little bit scared at the time, but now I'm no longer scared, so I might tell you the story. Have I told you the story about the person that asked for my socks at the PCA show?
At the show?
Just, guy, right, so the guy came up to me and asked, oh, you had some socks on earlier. Where are they? And I was like, I don't know, mate. And then I walked off. And then he messaged me on Instagram like, if you find them socks, I'm willing to buy them off you.
Fuck off.
And it was like a weird, like, I'm not going to say he was like, he weren't fat. He was just like a little
bald?
bit, you know. What?
Was he bald?
No, had hair.
Okay.
Hair. Probably like mid-40s. He looked normal.
So he asked you, did he want to buy them?
He just said, "Oh, you had socks on earlier. Like, where are they? Like, have you still got them?" And I was just like, "I don't know, mate. I'm just." Da-da-da. And then he messaged me on Instagram. I'm literally 10 minutes later. I was like, "What the fuck?"
What was he called? Out him right now.
No, he had like a weird Instagram name, like a burner account name.
Right. So
if I could find it, I would, and then I'd out him.
Yeah, we don't fuck about here, right? If we're gonna out someone to protect you guys that are competing, we're gonna do that, all right? I had at one show at the WNBF, UKFPA Northerns, right?
No,
there was a guy, apparently not at the show. He was just there chatting to Nicola, the tannin woman, and like just like looking around the room like really weirdly. And he's like, "Oh, this is really cool. I've never seen a bodybuilding show like this." And he was just unnecessarily hanging around. And this is the room where people are getting tanned up, people are pumping up, people are doing their thing, about to go on. And there's this guy there, just stood there with a bag in his hand, just like arms crossed, and he's just looking around, like very weird. I don't think he even had tickets for the show, and he was in the tanning room.
I have quite a lot of photos in that room.
Weird. Very, very, very weird. Yeah, you might even be in the background of one.
That's what I'm thinking, bro.
And like even Nicola came up to me and she was like, "I don't know what this guy's doing, but this is odd." And if Nicola's been to enough bodybuilding shows, right? She knows when there's like something like weird going on. And I was just like, "Oh, maybe he's just here with someone." And she's like, "I don't think he is." Yeah, very, very odd, mate. Bodybuilding attracts some weirdos, like spectators of the sport, if you want to call them.
Yeah. I'm just looking through the photo. No, there's no weirdos in the background. The only weirdo that I know is this kid.
Way.
We've got a few more questions.
Did
Zach,
you take that
your
photo?
boy.
Did you take that photo there?
Yeah.
Have you got more photos?
Yeah, I'm not sending them you.
Okay, thank you.
They're too good. Don't want your ego getting too big. I've got you crying as well, which is a bit embarrassing.
I wasn't actually crying. It was all fake because I knew people were recording me. So I was like, "Oh, I've got to dramatize this so I can use it for real."
You dickhead. Oh, I haven't. I've full on got you. Oh,
King of the North. I haven't seen it from that angle. That's cool.
Oh yeah. You still like a bit of a drip from that angle as well, mate. Anyway, next question. Zach Hayes Fit, your boy. Advice for hairy muffers who grow hair back overnight when shaving for a show. I am a muffer. I don't know what a muffer is.
Zach is like a man. You know, he's like a bloke. He's covered in hair, a little bit gingery as well. He's got pale complexion. He's just a man, you know, a bit of a bear.
Do you know what, Tom? Just kiss him. Crikey. He's a bit of a bear. He's a proper man.
Love you, Zach. You know, so I would say if you've got hair that thick, do you mean like for skin prep for a show or just like year round?
Yeah, I think he's just. I think he's a bit worried about show day hair growth.
I would say try Vita if you can.
Yeah,
try Vita if you can, because like if you do shave, if you do a shit job, it's still going to be all like stubbly and whatnot. So if you can Vita it, just try that. And
I've always thought as well with Veet, you almost get like an extra 24 hours of smoothness.
Yeah.
I had one of my boys last year, Joe Wax. He's a really quite a hairy chap. He might actually be listening to the podcast. Hi, Joe. Hope you are, mate. Love you. I will ask him what he does for his hair, and then I will tell it to you.
Yeah.
In exchange.
I'm not a hairy person at all. I'm like a baby seal, right? So I don't really have to do much. I just like skim over my body with a one blade, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Right. If you can, V. If not, you're just going to be going on stage hairy, bro. Reese Walker's asked the really weird question. Best, funniest memory from school?
God. There was a lot.
My best memory from school was the dessert at junior school was like mega.
Right.
Like apple crumble, jam roly-poly. So good. So good. That was genuinely my best memory from school.
And that was it.
Yeah, I also told the teacher to fuck off once whilst doing cross country.
I did that as well.
Yeah. He
What did they do to you?
squared up to me, and I like went, go on then. And then he was like, ugh. I went, oh, fuck off. And then, yeah, I may have got sent home from school that day. Good times.
No, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't tell a teacher to fuck off. I kind of did, but this was in the first week of secondary school, right? And this is where I kind of thought, this is like a reality check for me, right? I felt like teachers were a little bit stricter back then as well.
In the good old days.
In the good old days. So I got told off by a teacher for talking, and then when she turned her back, I went like this. I went, do you know, like when someone tells you something, you go like that. I did that, and she saw me do that in the reflection of the like a window, right? And she turned around, bro, red in the face, fuming. She shouted at me to get out of the classroom, took me into the hallway, and she was like, "Don't you ever?"
And then kissed me.
Yeah, passionately kissed me. But then ever since then, mate, I never ran into like drama with another teacher. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. Maybe I was like showing off a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, everyone's like, no, I'm one of the cool kids. And then since then, mate, I was like, just sound. I just never like played up again in school. I think it kind of put me in my place, you know.
Do you ever cry like when someone tells you off? Were you a crier?
Oh yeah, I was a big pussy when I was younger, mate.
Were you?
Yeah.
I weren't. Well, I just used to call I used to embarrass myself a lot at school. Like just by like, you know, when you accidentally call a teacher mum or something. I used to be that person. Oh, mum. Oh no.
What's the most embarrassing thing I've done in school?
I shit myself running for a train.
Did you actually?
Yeah, right. And then I moved schools, and then the bloody story ended up going to the new school that I was at, and then my mates, my new friends, started calling me SpongeBob Shitty's Pants.
I pissed my pants on the way home from school once.
But just stood there. And,
bro. I've got this. Not so much now, but I used to have this thing where like I really everyone pees in public. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. Everyone's had a pee in public, right? Little crafty one. You've been desperate, right? I just used to be petrified of like someone seeing me do it, and like I was like jogging to get home, and I got to the point where I just could not hold it in, and I just pissed my pants, and they were like slightly grey in color as well, so you could see it. And I wasn't too far from home, mate, but that was like traumatizing. Low-key just walking around with piss all down my legs.
Oh dear. Right, last story from junior school. This is like low-key bullying. There was a kid in my class called Peter. And Peter had a very unique skill.
Right.
He had no shame.
Okay.
And say if we had like this class is going to be rubbish, like, we're doing algebra, we'd all look at him and go, Peter, do the thing. And he'd just sit there and piss his pants.
You're fucking joking.
But it went on for years. Years.
What, he could just piss his pants?
It just literally just go, miss, I've pissed my pants. Not pissed my pants. I've had an accident.
Really?
Yeah, on cue. What a boy.
What, and then would he go home? Would they?
Oh, they'd just give him like a skirt or something to wear.
This is a school in Rotherham, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course.
Where
else?
Of course it is.
Legend.
Yeah, good
Peter,
times, good memories.
Peter's listening to this, mate. Legend.
Shout out to Peter.
Oh my god. Yeah, nothing like that, mate. I wonder how someone gets to that. What's happened in their childhood to make them have no shame to be able to do that, you know?
Literally no shame, didn't care, used to stink, just do it whenever.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
He's probably shitting himself now. He's probably moved on in life and he's moved on to shit in his pants.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ.
We have no Ian Talbot Balfe question, but he's going to start his new. Oh dear. He's going to start his new era of questions in the near future. I was speaking to him the other night about it.
Oh.
Deep questions. Deep questions.
He actually messaged me yesterday, mate.
Oh, Ian did?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I put up like a little thing on my story yesterday, just like a throwback of like a festival photo. He put Mr. Steal Your Girl. And I was like, you're damn right, sir. He goes, hope you're good, mate. Whenever you decide you want to settle down, let me know. Got a Somali wife lined up for you. I was like, sign me up, son.
Right, and that is the podcast cancelled.
Done.
Thank you.
Anyway, we'll wrap up on that. I got one thing to say, and that is subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right?
Yes.
We never ever ask you guys to subscribe because we just do this because we enjoy it. But I actually want to see some subscribers signing up now because each episode on YouTube is averaging nearly 400 views. Right?
We're currently
no. 350. 350. All right?
Shall I have a look?
That's about the average, like 300, 350 per episode.
Wow.
We're on 194 subscribers. So about 100 of you guys are just not subscribed.
Oh, here he is, Stephen Bartlett.
And we're now at 194 subscribers. We're almost at 200. I want to see that by the next episode, minimum of 200. All right?
Please.
I'm putting the foot down. So please subscribe to the YouTube. And also, if you could please leave us a review on Spotify, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. Because on Spotify, we get even more viewers. We're averaging total around 700 to 750 people listening to each podcast.
What, overall platforms?
No, I lie. It's probably closer to 800 then.
Jesus.
Per episode. So YouTube's about 350, Spotify's about 350, and then Apple Music and other ones combined are about 100.
That's mad. That's so crazy.
Imagine that amount of people in a room each week listening to us talking about shitting and pissing your pants.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Let's do it.
Why wouldn't you want to hear that? But yeah, anyway, people, please subscribe. And also, if you want to cop yourself some of the best bodybuilding garments in the game, you know what to do. Use code BSB. Next launch is going live.
End of this month?
Yes.
And go on. No. I was going to say it's like a rebirth of an old design that is my favorite, and I've lost my t-shirts of it in the old version. So I am excited for this launch, and there's new stuff.
Yeah,
Dan's just posted one of the new things, so we can actually talk about it.
Oh, sick! The
American football jersey.
Legit custom-made American football jerseys. Go onto the All-In Instagram page right now and take a look at it because it's gonna, especially like for you bodybuilders, it is a vibe.
It is a vibe, and
it's mesh. So in the summer, it's nice and breathable. Like in terms of like American football style jerseys or like basketball style jerseys, they can be very like cheesy in my opinion. Yeah. This is like clean, fits the bill. You know, and it's not too like bold and out there to the point where it's going to look stupid with like other things that you wear it with. So check it out. There's that along with some other similar design t-shirts coming out.
Yeah.
Just super, super clean. In terms of the actual designs of them, probably like the branding, my favorite in all honesty. Right. I love it. Clean.
Do you like the like it's called the All-In Athlete division? Do you like that?
I do.
I came up with it.
Did you?
Yeah, boy.
Get you on the design panel, mate.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah. And when you, obviously this is going live, well, it's live today, which is going to be Wednesday. We still do have the current launch up as well. And please, please do not sleep on the colours that are in these tees. The ones that Josh is wearing right now, he's wearing more of it's like an off-white, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like cream.
It's like cream.
It's not cream. It's off-white.
Yeah, it's like off-white. And we've got like a baby, like a powder blue and a powder pink. Clean. Mine are actually delayed, mate. Royal Mail lost mine. The whole package. So mine are arriving today. So I get to experience
Oh, you've not got them? I wonder why you weren't wearing them.
Nothing. I'm wearing OGs, mate. So yeah, people, anyway, BSB at the checkout. We are going to be obviously doing... Yeah, but no, I'm not going to talk about that, actually. We'll save that for a future date.
Doing...
Well, just the next shoot as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sweet. Cool.
Cool,
right.
Cool.
Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe, please. And we will see you next week.
If this is not at 200 by next episode, we're cancelling.
Yeah, we're not coming back.
All right, goodbye.